he hissed from the bottom of the steps. Shaking myself of my random musings, I joined him, giving his solid arm a squeeze in encouragement. The voices of the pack filtered through to us, some laughing and joking, others serious and sullen. When we'd announced the news that Eartha was dead, the pack had been half jubilant, half wary. Once again, I would attract the wrath of the Brighton Coven. I had been on edge, waiting for an attack, but nothing had been forthcoming. Yet. I'd used as much magic as possible to hide the camp from the outside world. So far, it had held up, not allowing so much as a human to come too near. I had to do more, though. I couldn't live in a state of fear, waiting for an attack from both the witches and Kieran. "Are you sure this is a good idea?" Malone's jaw was clenched as he peered down the corridor and into the living area. His thick shoulders were hunched, and his eyes creased at the sides, pulling tight with worry. "Yes, this has to be done. Now." Glancing at me, he fought a smile as he straightened his shoulders and lifted his head high. "You're right, my Alpha Queen." A giggle burst from me, echoing away from us. The others fell quiet, and I clamped a hand over my mouth. Okay, so now they knew we were hiding in the shadows. It was time. Malone tapped my nose and pecked me on the cheek before striding on, his hand reaching back for mine. I skipped to keep up with him, lacing my fingers through his as we passed the bedroom doors and emerged into the living area. "Oh, yeah," Manuel piped up straight away. "Busy upstairs, were you?" Clenching my teeth as several of the pack chuckled, I glared at Manuel. Talk about embarrassing us in front of the whole pack. "Nah, I didn't have time. As if I could do it in a few Malone trailed off, his raised eyebrows quickly dropping when a few of the older members stared disapprovingly. His cheeks turned a slight shade of pink as he lowered himself onto the only available space on one of the sofas. So he should feel sheepish. It served him right for playing up to the immature males in the pack. The wolves were sat around on all available surfaces, including the floor. They either looked bored, perplexed, or intrigued. It wasn't every day they'd been invited to the Alpha's private apartment for a meeting. In fact, according to Malone, it had never happened before. "As you all know," he started, indicating that I should squeeze in between him and Amelia, who smiled and patted the sofa. I did as I was told, almost losing air from my lungs in the squash between the pair. Lionel was sat on the other side of his mate, watching us closely. Ever since I had taken Eartha down, he'd been nicer than before. A scent reached me as Malone was about to open his mouth. Drake. He was in one of the bedrooms, not able to attend the pack meeting. My chest squeezed, a pang making me inhale sharply. It felt wrong to be sitting among those who were technically my new family without him there. Panic started to grip me, my skin heating and sweat breaking out on my forehead. How could I sit here while my brother sat alone? We'd never been apart, never gone with other people enough to leave one another behind. Malone's hand found my knee, clenching gently to remind me that I was there for him. My torn emotions raged within me, bubbling up in my chest and making it hard for me to breathe or listen as the Alpha spoke. Eartha was stopped in her plan to turn the Crawley pack into her familiars. Kieran